could we have him break down our little scenario with Tony Robbins when we met Tony Robbins? Because Mike and I pre-gamed the Tony Robbins thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we were going to meet Tony Robbins. I don't know. We had like an hour with him in a little group, right?
Nice.
And so Mike had previously been at some convention in Vegas for jets, something about jets.
Okay.
And Tony was there.
NBAA show, yeah.
And you and Tony were looking at the same, what kind of jets were they?
Big jets.
Gulfstreams. Yeah.
Gulfstream. So you didn't say hi to him, but you saw him there, right? And
I was
so
standing in line to wait to get in one of those.
that was Mike's opener.
Yeah.
But the mistake with because we kind of like came up with this idea together, like what we were going to say.
Yeah.
But our mistake might have been that wasn't deep enough. Like, hey, we saw you looking at jets. Maybe it should have been about his charity.
Probably.
Because he was it was interesting to watch, but he definitely I wouldn't say he was intimidated, but he wasn't open and friendly.
Yeah, we were hoping the guy was going to like just cut to the chase and tell us the truth and not put the mask on. And
He had a huge guard.
Yeah, he had a huge guard and mask. Because the question I asked him would have led to something else, and he just chose to.
But our mistake might have been not going
answer.
after a charity or going after his kids or something.
Going after his kids.
Like,
I was more.
He loves to talk about his kids.
I was more. I wanted to see whether he would engage in the like the shit behind the curtain rather than give the public face his persona that he sold to everybody. And I gave him that opportunity to do that, and he chose not to take it. I was just curious just for that to see how he would react to it. So I got my answer, and I was.
But Larry
okay.
wouldn't do that.
No.
Larry would give. We were playing games with him, really.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
we were testing.
Testing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, it could be a couple of factors. What's the environment? Who else is around? Are there other people around? Does he feel he has to be in Tony Robbins mode, or can he let his guard down when he's with Peter Guber and some of his buddies?
This was a high level group of marketers.
We didn't take any of that
like
into
we understand
consideration.
all the shit that he's doing.
Sure.
I wanted to get to one of the core elements to help shape him to where he was that I had gone through and see what he said about that, because I know some stuff because I've talked to people who, when he went through the course, could have connected in a deeper level had he allowed himself that opportunity, and he chose not to take it. Well, for whatever reasons, his choice.
Yeah. Now listen, this is this will happen. If you took 100, people that are influential and you're trying to connect with them, sometimes the initial connection may not go well. So then what do you do after the fact? Who's the executive assistant? Who's like in his case, it's his wife that really is one of the handlers. There's a few key people around him.
Whose wife?
Tony Robbins.
Oh, you pointed at Big Mike.
If we want, but if we want to, we can just go to Joe Polish. Joe, like really want, it's going to get done.
I know, but there's no lesson in that, bro. Like,
I know.
For the audience listening, we did not get Tony Robbins' email or phone number.
That's correct.
He was more probably put off by us,
maybe,
than wanted us to come hang out and take cold baths with him or whatever.
Or listen to 2 Chainz.
But I mean, arguably too, I don't think that was our goal, but. If I take Larry's system and kind of what we did and I did a parallel, we were toying with them more than we were trying to give value.
We were trying to give value. Right there is a mistake right there. But like if we really wanted to, we should have been giving some kind of value.
Yeah.
And that has to do with research.
Here's a foolproof way. First of all, if you throw a compliment, an authentic compliment about something he's done that's impacted you, impacted one of your employees, he's probably impacted someone in your you can drop that quickly. Obviously, you were probably with Joe Polish or some mutual friend.
It was a 100K group.
Yeah. So one of the things I do normally, if I'm with a very high profile person, I'll say, hey, we have a mutual friend in blank. Here's what I do with Bill Clinton. I literally knew I only had as a matter of fact, I was with Joe Polish and Brendan Burchard and Dan Sullivan. And the only reason I went, they said I would be able to have a private conversation just like this with President Clinton. I'm like, well, that sounds pretty cool. And when I got there, that's not what it was. It was a photo op and a handshake. Now, you have 500 to 800 people behind you, and there's Secret Service moving you every few seconds. There's not a whole lot of time to go have a long, drawn-out conversation with the former president. So what I did is an hour beforehand, I said, who do I know that if I called them, they could either give me insight into the president and or there'd be some name recognition in the thing.
So you could relate to him.
Yeah. So the first thing I did, I called Ken Cragen. He's part of my Sang network. He created We Are the World. At the time, I was raising money for We Are the World. That was with Lionel Richie and Quincy Jones and Justin Bieber and all those kind of people.
Sing it, Jamie.
I was just about to say, would you like me to sing that?
Yes,
Would
sing
you?
it.
We
No.
are the world.
We are the world. Nah, not
Yeah. But anyway, so going back to, with him, I said, hey, we have a mutual friend in Ken Cragen. By the way, he says hello. And by the way, I know you love music. The We Are the World recording is coming up. Might you be interested in participating at the live recording? Now, I don't care who you are. That's a pretty cool gig no matter who gets to go. That's pretty, even if you're the past president of the United States. So I'm always thinking, what can I bring of value first? What's a value gift that I can offer someone? But that's, what I thought about when I met him.